Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can you hear me? A lot of questions already. I just started and now you're already asking everything. Okay, first I will answer on your question. Hold on, I will try to find it. Where's your questions, guys? Here. Okay, about my channel on the Russian channel. Yes. It's a bit hard to create a Russian channel because a lot of nice coaches in this market, and need to create something unique. That's why that's the problem. Teach us upcoming videos. So you want to see how to create portfolio by Revit, or you want to see how to create portfolio by like an architect? So if the second thing, yes, I can think about it, but not now. Actually, at the next week, I have vacation. So, and guys, yes, after next week, my channel will start like 2 weeks. So I have the vacation 2 weeks. Okay, so hello everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. If yes, write something. If not, I will try to solve this problem. No, don't worry about the Russian channel. I will try to create nice content for you. Actually, now I have the problem. I have the program to. In my company, we creating the basic Revit for beginners. Let's say like this. So when I will finish this program, I will post it in my YouTube channel too. So now I'm trying to, make some structure of this program. After that, I will post it. No, you can hear me because you're writing something. Don't lie me. Okay, so I'll open the Revit, and today we will speak about Navisworks. Because most of you, not most of you, but some of you asking about the Navisworks, but most of people didn't know what is that and for what you should use the Navisworks. Okay, guys, if you an architect and you working like architect or draftsman, you no need Navisworks at all. Even you know on this video, because this is my profession, actually sharing with you my knowledge. The company will paying me for that one. Okay, the Navisworks. Actually, Navisworks is for the structures and for the engineer, and for example, senior architects, because senior architect will manage work suppliers and manage your work like an architect. So let's say you have some building, like you see in Revit. Yeah, you have some building, and before you will give this building to your client, you should make sure like your for example, even your model, I mean even your walls, it's not don't have any clash detective. So it means, for example, when you have the walls, you don't have situation like this. For Revit it's okay, but for the construction it's really hell, because you can see now it's going inside to the other wall. This is wrong. But for Revit you can do whatever you want. So how you can check this thing? For this moment, to check this thing, we are using Navisworks. For the local thing we can use the Revit, but let's say you have the building not like 4 levels, you have building like 20, maybe 20 levels, and 4 building by 20 levels. And for example 20,000 square meter, so you cannot change by manually in Revit. So that's why you need use the Navisworks. Let's see the Navisworks. I have here the Navisworks. You can get it for free also from the Autodesk site. The student version and commercial version doesn't have any differences. One thing only, student version, it's only for 3 years. I think it will be enough for you. Yeah, I will save this stream, don't worry about it. So if you don't have time to watch it, so you can leave it now. It's okay, I understand, guys. Okay, so let's see some project. I already have some project for you guys, and I'll show you something. As I said, like let's say you have here the big one building. Here I have 3 buildings, totally same, but you can see this a lot of levels, and of course here around if I'm not wrong, here around 20,000 square meters around. So as you can see, if I will check, for example, the situation what I was showing you before in Revit, it will take so much time. But in Navisworks, if you are working correctly, this is really main thing. If you are working correctly, everything will be simple. But this work it will do BIM manager. Let's see what we have here. So I will create some new test and let's see what we have. I will open my tree. I'll open first my tree and I will show you what I have here. Here I have the engineers. Outside. It's not called outside. This is called like facade. So I have here the facade. So what is facade? You can see the facade. It's only what we have outside from our building, because the facade will calculating a bit differently than your internal walls. Because on the facade you have some panels. You can see if you will go. If you will go to some building now, and you will see on the facade you have the panels, even if you are using the bricks, and it's working only for decoration. Okay, as you can see, we have here facade. So what else we have here? Unhide all. I have here the, of course, underground level. Underground level always should be split than main model, because underground level have different calculating with everything, even with the concrete. I don't know how, for example, in some countries, but UK system, Russian system, Turkish, German, it's working in the same way. Underground, it's different. Underground will split. Okay, so let's go to the selection tree and let's check what we have. And as you can see now, we already working with architect model. So when your supplier will say, I need your model, you will give to him this one. As you can see, only walls and floors. Yes, this is true, because constructor, structure architect, no need your some decoration and whatever. He need only your structure thing to calculate is it building okay or no, and that's it. I'm showing you just one by one to make clear what you should do, what suppliers should do, why we are using, for example, Navisworks. As you can see, Navisworks really faster working with the geometry. I have here really a lot of objects. You can imagine how long it will be. For example, if I will select something and will try open some view in Revit, how long it will take time. But Navisworks working with that really perfectly. Okay, so let's go to the other thing, unhide everything. So what we have here, I think this is engineer. Let's say I will check it. No, this is stairs. So sometimes the even suppliers asking make the stairs by different file, so that's why we did it by different file. So but this one, let's check it out. Yeah, this is underground level, unhide and unselected. So I don't think so we have here engineer, but I hope you have. So and here we are. This is one thing, this is structural thing too. So this is actually not for structure, this is for engineer to make some, for example, some electricity inside. They will see where they can do it. And one more thing, for example, this is not just geometry. If I will check something, you will see all here things from the Revit, for example. as you can see, we have here the level of this one, we have the file where it come from, we have here the materials, we have here the Revit materials, Autodesk materials, ID number. So if you will say to architect, for example, your wall ID for example, your wall ID 23 is wrong, and he will check in Revit, for example, by this ID. Wait, I will show you with ID. Select by ID. So you will just type here the number of this ID and you will see where this wall. It's really fast. Okay, so what else? Object. So by object, this is internal parameters. That's why I have here, it's on my own language, but it will be more, maybe for example in English, in German, in whatever, in other language. If you are working for example in German, here will be everything in German. So this only up your model. Then now Navisworks taking the details from this wall, and that's why writing all the parameters from this wall. Okay, here nothing, this just skip, and this also the parameters from the my object. Okay, as you can see, all the parameters we can get here in Navisworks. For example, here everything have the some parameters. For example, here this staircase. Even this staircase have each piece the parameter. So why we need that? Actually, you don't need that at all. This need your customer, because your customer can calculate how much he will spend, for example, for concrete. And we can calculate, for example, all concrete materials here if you need. For example, here the clash detective, as I said before, unhide everything, and here we can making some like compare between selection 1 and selection B. Let's say we have here this one, and here we have this one, and we make compare it right now by run the test. Let's run the test, and of course it's nothing now we compare, because this is models, it doesn't touch each other. That's why let's make some rules. For example, we no one ignore the clash between items the same layer, no one ignore it. Let's select the new rules. Same property, same set, same file, same group, block, this one. Okay, we can create our own rule and put it here if you want. For example, you want to see the walls which will be like in same position, you know. For example, you have the one wall, let's say I'll create for you wall like this, and you have the other one wall in the same position like this. Let's say your colleague he didn't see he creating the new wall inside the same wall. How you will check it in big large project? You don't have any choice you should use Navisworks, because yes, you can do it like this and you will see here two walls. But let's say you have really huge project, you don't have any choice to use the other program. So let's go here again. And let's see what. Please upload this video. Yes, of course. No worries about that. I will post it after we'll finish. So actually today it's not a long stream. I will try to make shortly. I just wanna show you for what we are using Navisworks. If someone will say Navisworks it's for 4D, 5D, 6D, fuck this shit, sorry. Navisworks only for calculating materials and how much is your building, that's it. We are not thinking about stages now, we are thinking only about money. Not me, my constructor, my customer. My customer coming to me and saying like how much is it building. He don't care about your design, he care only about his money. That's why we are using the Navisworks. So this is about the 4D, 5D and render in Navisworks. I think this topic we closed. Okay, so what else? We can compare first. For example, I don't have here engineer system. Maybe I have. I will check it right now. Let's add the something. No, I don't have any engineer system because I want to make compare between engineer system and architecture things. But okay, let's make like this. I will compare between stair and architecture model. I don't think so it will work, but we'll try, why not? So let's choose here this one, and all of the levels. Okay, select that one, unhide selected. Yes, this is lower stair. So you can ask everything what you want. So, and we will see how to answer on your question. Okay, here I want, for example, this one, and here on the properties I want level. And I get some problems, as you can see. Oh my god, I have so much work on Monday because it's my real model from real project. Okay, anyway, as you can see, I find one problem here, this double wall. So it, as I showed you before, like one wall inside the other one wall. This is really trouble, and you can see right now where is this trouble. The red color, it means the troubleshooting, and the green one, it's the main model where is the trouble. So this is wrong. This wall cannot be like this. This wall should be go till the green one, and after that should be go the other one wall. So like this way we can check, for example, engineer system, because you know that, for example, when you have the ventilation, you cannot check where is the hole for your ventilation. I mean the some openings for your ventilation, and in Navisworks can show you where we have the problems and where we should make some holes to ventilation. Okay guys, you can see now this one I should, for example, I'll try to select them. So I cannot select because here are so much models, but how I can do that? Just let's go to the Clash Detective, and here we will go to the result, and you can see here it's this is one clash. This means the troubles. So we should solve it. Let's just double click on some clash, and Navis will show you where is this problem. And as you can see here, I also have the problem with shaft. This was wrong. When you will work like BIM manager, you will check architecture work with the Navis work. Before you will pass your model of your building to the client, you will check it in the Navisworks. And for example, before suppliers will pass to the contractor, they will pass the model for you. You will check, and if everything okay, you will say yes, you can pass the model to the client. So here I have problem. Here I can see on each levels where I also have the problem. Here, of course. So about Clash Detective, I think clear, right? Is it clear? Please, can you write something? You can compare not only just geometry. You can compare, for example, some parameters if you want. For example, I have here so much. You can see here, right? Small detail, just small detail, but I have the problem. Okay, so this what about Clash Detective. Let's talk about the materials actually. So unhide everything, unhide all, and I don't want to see now my Clash Detective. And for example, no, I don't want to delete. I will leave like as it is. Okay, nice. This is really nice for it's clear. So what about the materials? Materials you can calculate, but it's a bit more harder. Materials, question. Okay, I'm waiting. Let's answer on your question. Still waiting your question. Okay, anyway, about calculation material, you will find here under the quantification. This is a really strange name, quantification. I think better to anyway. Can all the projects have to be? If your model, for example, if you are using the AutoCAD architecture, you can use Navisworks to make the clash detective. It's possible. It's not only the beam. So if you are using AutoCAD architecture, you can use Navisworks to check clash detective. If you are using ArchiCAD, you also can use for clash detective. Or for example, if you are using the all plan, you also can use. But if your of course, if your drawings is only 2D, so it means just flat plans, you cannot use the clash detective because your plans it's just the flat drawing and that's it. You need some 3D geometry. I think I have answer. I have answer already. So, oh, this is really new menu, so I didn't see this is before. Let's see project setup. Remind me later. Now the Revit asking, Revit, sorry. I'm a long time working in Revit. Navisworks asking us about which standards we should use for calculation our something, because we can calculate materials, we can calculate, for example, square meters of our concrete, of our levels, we can calculate everything what we want. Actually, this thing we can do in Revit, but constructors or no, let's say the customer don't have the Revit and they using, for example, Navisworks Manage or Navisworks I forgot the second one. We have the second one, Navisworks, only to checking some details. Let's use the metric, of course. Here, we just now making some settings. Yeah, kilograms, cube meters, meters. Okay, so let's say okay, let's say finish. And now we can do everything what we want. So let's try. Now I don't need any 3D now. And as you can see, we have here finishes, we have here openings, we can calculate everything. We can also calculate ventilation system if we want, and plumbing. So if you will go to the plumbing, first I need to make some view to calculate. For example, I need to calculate some materials finishes, right? So, and let's say I need only material. Let's try to find this one. Item resource. Oh my god. Guys, I will spend now so much time. I don't have here, because I'm not at work, I don't have here any group. I will spend now so much time to create new group. Because Navisworks it's all about settings. Here so much settings and I will spend now time. Okay, anyway, I will try to make something. For example, metal model takeoff. I will do like this. A bit cheating. Where is the my selection? Box selection. Select everything. Take off from here. Take from selection. Okay, so here I have something. Change analysis. Analysis changes. I don't have here anything. As you can see, I don't have any description here. So okay, so just no, I think you just understand what we will get. For example, if I will select some for example wall, I have here all the settings about this wall, and of course I have about the materials. So example materials, we have the value of the materials, and for example here we have, for example, the which type of the materials we are using, the pattern. So pattern, it means which type of brick we are using. And if we will go after that, we will see this here, the square meters of our wall. So we can calculate it. We can calculate, for example, square meters of our wall. We can calculate, for example, the value of this wall and whatever you want. But to create that, we should create first some groups. Without the groups, we cannot calculate. we can additionally, but it will be wrong, and I don't want to show you any wrong thing. So this is what about Navisworks. Of course, you can go to the render and can check some render here, but it's really bad one, and forget about that. And use Lumion, for example, or Enscape if you want. And now the second main questions: how you can export your model to Navisworks. Actually, we are using two ways to export your model. If, for example, your suppliers working not in Revit, they working, for example, in AutoCAD, or maybe they working in, I don't know which program, for example, ArchiCAD, right? They don't have, of course, the Revit file. So they will export his file to IFC. So this is IFC here. And I really highly recommend you export everything from 3D to IFC, because IFC now working really nicely, smoothly, and you can export all the parameters by IFC file. At the same time, if you will export your large model by IFC file, it will take a really long time, because IFC will transfer to the open source format, and it will really take so long time. But if your suppliers and you working in Revit, you should use, for example, Navisworks. You can directly export by Navisworks. So, like example, now I'm exporting this file just like this, and here are some settings inside, additional settings. Let's see what we have here. As you can see, linked CAD formats we can include. We can convert our URL if you need, of course. And here inside some internal things, but don't change anything, because it's working now more than nicely. Just say okay, few seconds. As you can see, it will take actually not few seconds, because this building it's not so small. So as you can see, now we have here like 6,000 objects, and now Revit converting to the Navisworks. But it will take time, not so much. When it will finish, we will see what we will get in our project. So I will open the new project. No, I don't want to save this, and we will open this project right now in Navisworks. So it's done already, but I forgot the folder where I saved that. So let's wait. No, XML we don't need. Export Navisworks, and this is here in my documents. So let's go back, home, append, and let's go to my documents. I will find it here. Okay, here. Let's open. As you can see, just few seconds to open model. So here our model. We can switch off our grid if you want. Viewport, where's my grids? We can switch off it if you want, and as you can see, we also can work with the model. For example, if I will again choose some here the element, we have all the parameters here, as you remember already. Revit materials, Autodesk materials, ID of materials, and just materials by square meter. Oh, even we have here walkthrough. We will check it. Yes, we have this one. For example, we have here the view from our file, because I don't using it actually. But here you can show to your client if you want. To make this view, you can use, for example, this thing like save viewport, and saving like this. Okay, I'm not speaking now about BM 360, because that thing it's much complicated than you think, because in cloud system, in cloud Autodesk, we have so much things which we should prepare before we will use. Okay, so let's go back to 3D. Let's switch off our grid, and here is our model actually. If you will send your model like this to your customer or to your supplier, it will be totally wrong, because your suppliers no need any trees, no need any not prepared drawings. For example, this wall I just did just for test. You should delete this everything. and prepare your model. I think that's it about Navisworks. If you want go too deep, I mean if you want see how to calculate materials, how make the compare between, for example, curtain wall and mullions. For example, if you want to calculate how many mullions you have on each level, tell me in the comments, and I will try to make the next stream with this all the topics. But next stream will be only after 3 weeks, guys, because the next week I already will off. I will be on the vacation. So, do you have any questions? I know most of you already leave because most of you want to see some action renders and 4D, 5D, 6D, and 100,000 D models, but it's not about this topic. So 5 minutes for questions and we finish, because as I said, this stream it's not long stream, just wanna show you something and that's it. Okay, I will back now to my previous model first. Here's the previous model. Let's say I'll show you on the ground first. On the ground, on height and selected. Hide that one, and hide that one. So you don't have any questions, really cool. Because I think you are afraid or you are not understand what's going on here, or you not understand what I'm speaking about. So as you can see, even my underground level is just walls only for calculating, and as you can see here I have the holes for the ventilation system. That's why I'm talking about the ventilation system and flash detective, because it's really important. Okay, and here it's for ventilation. My ventilation going here on this way and this way, and from here it's going some supply things like this. Drawing style. You mean in Revit drawing style? Yes, why not? I can do it. But tell me exactly what you want in drawing style. You wanna make, for example, I don't know, some sketches, concept, or you need for some special things. Yes, I can do it. Actually, guys, yes, I forgot to say it about that. The next video, not next video, I mean soon I will post the video about how to make the graphics, like doing some famous architects company. They're using the Revit so also for the making some nice graphic, and I will try to show you how they doing that. So I think that that topic will be interesting for you. Can you make some? Yeah, I already read this comment. So guys, I think that's it for today. I hope now you're clear about the Navisworks. Now you understand you need do you need learn it or no? And just fast answer: if you are architect, you no need learning Navisworks. If you wanna be a senior architect or the project manager, for example manager, you need learn. Okay, send me. This will be great. Thank you. Okay, so finish for today. Thank you for. I hope to. This finish for today, and have a nice day, guys. See you next time.